At magbago ang panahon, iisa at nakatatak ang kauna-unahang himpilan sa paghahatid ng serbisyo publiko at balita. Ito ang Radio Mindanao Networks. Higit 6 na dekada sa paglilingkod sa masang Pilipino. Sa Metro Manila, ito ang DZXL 558 Radyo Trabaho, ang inyong gabay sa hanap buhay. Malaki man o sa maliit na paraan, pwede kang maging bayani sa sarili mong kakayahan. Kwentong Bayani. Tunghayan ang mga storya ng bawat individual at organisasyon na siyang magbibigay ng inspirasyon sa mga komunidad, lipunan at sa bawat mamamayan. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Kasama si Jojo Armenta at Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga sa Kwentong Bayani. Dito sa DZXL 558 Radyo Trabaho tuwing Sabado alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at sa Facebook page ng RMN DZXL 558 Manila. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Hatid ng Benita at Catalino Ya Foundation at ng RMN Networks. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani.
Magandang umaga po ng Sabado sa inyong lahat mga kasama. Muli po nagbabalik ang programang Kwentong Bayani at syempre kasama ninyo mula rito sa DZXL 558 Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga. Partner Jojo, magandang umaga ng Sabado.
Magandang umaga po, partner Jenny. Nako, September na at magandang umaga din po sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood dyan sa ating online live streaming.
Oo nga at inibitahan ho namin kayo samahan nyo kami at ating mga panauhin po ng ating Kwentong Bayani sa RMN DZXL 558 Manila yung mga nanonood ngayon at sa ating YouTube channel DZXL 558, di ba? Yes, partner? Ayan, at habang inaantay natin ay marami ho kaming pag-uusapan ngayon sa umagang ito, no? At syempre, partner, itong advocacy pa rin ng BCYF. Ayan, kumustahin natin. At lalo ngayon, yung ating mga naging panauhin last week, ano?
Mm-hmm. So last week po, pinag-usapan natin yung mga guests ay mga awardees ng Developmental Social Enterprise Awards or DSEA ng BCYF. So yan po yung mga social entrepreneurs natin.
Gustong-gusto ko doon yung yung Coffee for Peace at yung sip.ph, magaganda. Marami tayong natutunan, hindi ba?
Mm-hmm. At talaga na nakita natin na kahit may pandemya, no, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung mga social enterprises na tumutulong sa mga community like yung Coffee for Peace, dun sa mga farmers, yung sip.ph about waste management. So talagang nakaka-inspire.
Oo. At dahil nga ngayon, sabi mo nga kanina, ay Burr months na, no? And malapit na ang Pasko. Ayan. So, ngayong September ay Philippine Social Responsibility Month. Ayan, hindi ba?
Yes.
Ano bang ating dyan? Magandang dapat malaman na ating mga tagapakinig.
Yes, so kumbaga kung nabanggit, nagkaroon tayo ng guest about social innovation, tapos last week nagkaroon tayo ng social enterprise, no, about social enterprise at mga social entrepreneurs. Ngayon namang month na ito talaga yung month ng BCYF. Kasi we're talking about personal social responsibility. So, kumbaga yung pinaka-core ng advocacy ng BCYF, which is CSR 3.0 or personal CSR. Dito talaga natin mapapag-usapan yung kung ano bang kahalagahan ng personal social responsibility.
Tama. At eto nga yung sinasabi natin na syempre yung citizenship, sinasabi nga natin sustainability and social responsibility. Ang lawak niya 'di ba, partner? Para malaman na ating mga nakikinig at nanonood sa ating programang Kwentong Bayani.
Yes. So ito yung tinatawag nating CSR 3.0 or personal CSR.
Oo. At ano nga ba, no? Medyo bigyan nga natin ng konting background yan, partner, on the part of the, sabi nga yung 3.0, no? Itong CSR natin na to.
Yes. So, di ba, meron tayong, as we all know, yung traditional na meaning ng CSR, which is Corporate Social Responsibility. Yun yung madalas na naririnig natin sa mga news and all na ginagawa ng mga corporates. And then, itong CSR 3.0 ng BCYF, mas ginawa nilang personal. Kumbaga, hindi to about the organization, hindi to about the corporation. It's more of you as an individual. So what can you do? What can you commit to create a social change? So kaya siya personal social responsibility na tayo, bawat individual bilang tao, may kanya-kanya tayong responsibilidad no, na pangalagaan ng ating environment, maging as simple as this, maging mabuting tao tayo, maging mabuting anak, maging mabuting kapatid, maging mabuting kaibigan, mabuting citizen. Yung simpleng tamang pagkanta ng lupang hinirang, yun ay magpagiging isang socially responsible.
Napakalawak pala nito, no? At saka yung sinasabi na volunteerism with a purpose. Yun yung lalo ngayon sa nangyayari ngayong ito, hindi ba, na sitwasyon natin. Talagang yun ang hinahanap natin sa bawat kababayan natin mga Filipino. Hindi ba? Yung volunteerism with a purpose.
Yes. Hindi lang ikaw basta nagvo-volunteer, no, partner Jenny. Kasi marami nagvo-volunteer na just because they want it for their good resume. O kaya naman iba yung layunin kung bakit nagvo-volunteer, but BCYF
yung sabi nga
that specifically na
ayan, medyo
nag-volunteer ka, kailangan may maganda kang layunin, may purpose, di ba?
Ano ba yung gusto mo? Bakit mo ba gustong gawin ito? Siyempre, importante, anong dahilan mo, di ba? Ayan, malalim na dahilan. Okay, partner? Oo, yun. Medyo nawawala-wala yung ating communication. But anyway, ay pag-usapan din naman natin habang naka-standby na rin yung ating isang panauhin, partner Jojo. But before that, syempre, pag-uusapan din natin yung mga programa at saka yung mga awards, no? Yung ongoing submission of entries. Nga pala, kailan ba ito, yung mga entries, yung submission, at saka saan ba sila pwedeng mag-submit dito para malaman din ng ating mga nakikinig at nanonood?
So BCYF po ay merong mga different awards and recognitions na ginagawa ng programa. So ito na nga po yung una, yung ngayong September, yung CSR Youth Awards. So para sa mga kabataan na gumagawa ng mga projects sa kanilang komunidad. Ito po ay, actually ang submission po niya ay this week, yung September this week po. Pero for further details po and announcement of the submission, pwede po kayo pumunta sa BCYF Facebook page or Benita and Catalinia Foundation Facebook page. So, makikita niyo po doon lahat ng details kung kailan po ang pinaka-deadline po, pero ongoing na po yan. Tapos po sa October, ang deadline naman po na submission ng Search for Hometown National Heroes. So, yun po, yung National Heroes po naman ay every November. November naman po siya ginaganap.
Ayan. So mas maganda bisitahin nila yung BCYF, 'di ba? Yung ating official Facebook page para makapag-submit sila ng entries nila. Kasi maganda 'to sumali sila, hindi ba?
Kasi po talagang para ma-recognize din yung mga ginagawa nila sa community.
Tama yun. At yan, syempre, bago tayo magtuloy-tuloy sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood, partner, we will just pause for a break dahil meron na tayong panauhing pandangal. Nandiyan ang ating isa sa panauhin at antabayanan po ninyo, ha. Partner, we'll just pause for a break, ha. Babalik po agad ang programang Kwentong Bayani.
ang 2021 BCYF CSR Youth Awards ng Benita at Catalino Young Foundation na nagbibigay pugay sa mga kabataan mula 18 hanggang 39 na taon na nakagawa ng mga proyekto tungkol sa citizenship, ang pagiging isang mabuting mamamayan, sustainability, ang pag-aalaga sa ating kapaligiran at social responsibility, ang responsibilidad natin sa sarili at sa komunidad. Ang maaring i-nominate dito'y isang estudyante o kaya'y isang profesional o entrepreneur. Patuloy pa rin pong pagsumiti ng mga entry hanggang 6 ng Setyembre 2021 at ang awarding ceremony naman ay nakatalagang maganap sa 24 ng Setyembre 2021. Ang CSRYA ay handog ng Benita and Catalino Young Foundation o BCYF. Kaagapay ang Deloitte Philippines, sponsored ng Group Developers Inc., National CSR Educators Council, Rotary Clubs, Sunstar at ng RMN. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang www.facebook.com/CSR Youth Awards o ang www.facebook.com BCYF Foundation at maaaring magpadala ng email sa bcyf.csrya@gmail.com.
Balik tayo sa programang Kwentong Bayani. Ayan, partner. Naku, eto na. Nandito na yung ating panauhing pandangal. Sige, eto. Malaman natin.
So, ang ating pong guest for today, actually we have two guests for today na talaga namang expert with their own fields. So, naku, marami tayong matututunan dito, partner Jenny. Kahit ako, sobrang na-inspire ako sa mga buhay at kwento ng mga ating panauhin ngayong araw na ito. So, ang ating unang guest po, actually both of them ay forever friends ng BCYF. Talaga namang hindi na sila bago sa BCYF, no? Palagi sila na-invite as speakers kasi nga sobrang gagaling talaga nila. So, ang ating pong unang panauhin ngayong araw na ito is a thought leader and advocate. At saka siya po ang Head Chief CSR Officer ng BCYF. So, pakilala na po natin si Engineer Leia Makatangay.
Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Jojo.
Good morning,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Sa lahat na nakikinig, thank you for your gracious introduction. Salamat sa invitasyon to be here today. Thank you.
Kumusta kayo, Engineer Leia?
Okay naman. Keeping safe. No, so with care and with prayers also, okay naman. Thanks be to God. So I hope you're okay also.
Yes po, we're so okay.
Ayan. Nako, Engineer Leia, eto nga, gusto naming malaman po sa inyo, no? At maiparating din sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood. Una-una nga, ano mo ba itong ating personal advocacies? At saka ano yung gusto nating yan iparating dito sa ating layunin na ito, Engineer?
Okay. So, maybe pwede ko pag-usapan tungkol muna sa involvement ko sa CSR 3.0, no, sa mga proyekto ng BCYF. And then I will proceed to the personal social responsibility.
Yes.
Kasi it's built on this. Is that all right?
Yes, go ahead po, Engineer. Engineer Leia,
Okay.
go ahead.
So, mas na-involve ako sa social responsibility projects ng BCYF sa pamamagitan ng pagturo at pagsasaliksik. Since I've been in academe, nasa education sector ako for about 80% of my career. No, so babagdating ko muna ang DSEA o Developmental Social Enterprise Award na yun kasi yun ang unang participation ko sa BCYF. Although na-mention na nga ito ni Jojo several times, no. I met BCYF because of some research I did on social entrepreneurship and social enterprise, no. So together with some faculty, nagsulat kami ng chapter on social enterprise in Southeast Asia. It became part of a book on social enterprise, a global comparison. Tapos nagtrabaho rin ako on a corporate social initiative called Negosyo Mo Bukas Ko na nagmamatch ng out-of-school youths with jobs in partner companies. Kaya that allowed them to save money, nakapag-ipon sila para makabalik sa pag-aaral. And then that's when I was invited to a meeting with BCYF founder, Mr. Tony Yap, and then the co-organizer of DSEA. So, isang accounting firm. That was in 2014. So, it was a great meeting kasi the conversation flowed about social enterprises, no, na nakakatuwa, no, pakinggan ng mga efforts to recognize the budding and the social entrepreneurs that were sprouting in the country. Through DSEA, BCYF wanted na ma-focus ang efforts, no, or ma-highlight yung efforts ng mga young and dynamic social entrepreneurs, na ma-acknowledge sila at mabigyan rin ng advice at assistance at tulong para further lumaganap o mag-develop, no. I remember a part of the prize, an important part of the prize is the mentoring, no, para nga mag-grow, mag-develop ang social enterprise. So just a bit of ano ang social enterprise? Itong isang organisasyon that has a financial, hindi lang financial goal, pero dalawa eh. Financial goal is one and the other is a social goal or objective. So hindi lang profit ang iniisip, although kailangan yung social enterprise financially stable. But the more important is they're trying to solve a social problem or trying to help alleviate a social situation. No? So, BCYF created the first social entrepreneurship roundtable where I shared my research on social entrepreneurship and tapos yung work nga, yung trabahong ginawa ko para sa corporate social initiative for out-of-school youth. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon ng trabaho yung mga out-of-school youth, so nakapag-impok sila, nakapag-ipon at nakabalik either to take a VOCTEC diploma course or certificate or to be able to go back to college. No? Tapos at that time, I was CCP where I was Dean of Engineering. Nag-organize kami together with BCYF yung second and third entrepreneurship roundtables. So these were multi-sectoral meetings from private sector, so mga entrepreneur, mga guro, mga mananaliksik, mga government representatives, companies, NGOs, non-profit organizations, o yung mga financial or lending institutions, at syempre yung mga social enterprises. No? So we tried to define, kasi we felt importante na magkaintindi lahat kung ano ang social entrepreneurship and social enterprise and to suggest ways and recommendations para mapalaganap ang ecosystem for social enterprises. So, yun yung roundtable, no? Tapos lahat ng suggestions, recommendations, pinaabot through a representative of the office of then Senator Bam Aquino kasi siya yung champion ng social enterprise sa Senate. So, yung sa third roundtable, si BCYF founder Tony Yap, it is a chance for him to explain the relevance of social enterprises and what BCYF is trying to do in line with the advocacy. No, tapos nakatulong din na nalaman namin lahat ang mga efforts, yung mga initiative ng bawat kada sektor ng bawat ng grupo. And then another is the National CSR Educators Council. So nabanggit na nga ni Jojo yung CSR, no, Corporate Social Responsibility. So this refers to a corporation's or organization's responsibility to act and behave ethically. At para ma-fulfill ang needs and wants yung needs ng mga stakeholders. So sino ang stakeholders? Lahat noon na may stake, S-T-A-K-E, o interest sa korporasyon. So hindi lang yung mga shareholders at owners, pero yung mga customers, suppliers, employees, government, ang kalikasan, ang nature. No, kasi ang korporasyon, corporations can have a lot of power and resources. So it is ideal and recommendable that they use this for the good,
right,
for the benefit various stakeholders, no, that they have, hindi lang para sa kapakanan ng owners or shareholders, kundi lahat ng mga stakeholders, no. And well, sa side naman ng pananaliksik, research has shown that doing good in business also financially pays off, no? That companies that try to do good do grow,
Right.
and that includes improved financial performance. Yung NCEC naman, before that, National CSR Educators Council, nag-conduct kami sa BCYF ng CSR Conference for faculty members. I gave a talk on teaching CSR in college. And then that was in 2015 sa DAP. And then after we conducted CSR Basics Faculty Training Seminar to Business Administration College faculty of various schools. Bakit namin ito ginawa? Because we realized na ang kabataan, the youth, will be our future entrepreneurs, will be our future negosyante, employees, government employees, and so on. So kailangan malaman nila habang bata pa tungkol sa social responsibility. And how will they learn that? Of course, they can read, no, through books and learning materials, but it's mostly through their teachers, sa mga guro, sa faculty. Kaya pinag-isipan namin ang faculty training, teacher training, and that's why we had this. So, na-organize ang National CSA Educators Council. Sorry, medyo historical yung approach.
Okay,
No,
po.
pero it was organized and founded by BCYF and 7 universities and colleges in January 2016. So, at that time, it was in a school in Makati, the ICM of the Philippines, hosted by Dr. Peter Laurel. At doon na rin na-launch yung Chief CSR officer program. So ang vision ng program na to is to have a chief CSR officer in every corporation. Pero prioritize muna namin yung faculty because a lot of people are in education, and yun nga yung bias in a sense ng BCYF for the youth, no. So the first NCEC meeting after the foundation meeting was in Baliwag University, hosted by Dr. Pat Bustos. So ang mga attendees were representatives of universities in NCR, Region 3, Region 4. And then the second NCE meeting naman was in UE Caloocan, hosted by Dr. Esther Garcia, and then so on, no? And the fifth was in Emilio Aguinaldo campus. So, yung mga member schools ng NCEC, sila na rin nag-organize ng mga NCEC activities, so training for their faculty, at nag-launch na rin sila, tulad ng banggit ni Jojo, ng CSR Youth Awards in their various regions. Nag-launch, no, to make known, to find nominees, no, nag-nominate sila for the award, no. So I just want to mention ang mga very strong members of the NCEC, University of Perpetual Health of Calamba, University of Luzon, St. Newton, Central Colleges of the Philippines, National University, Rizal Tech, Malayan College, La Virgen Milagrosa, and others. So that is CSR, to teach it to faculty and teachers, sa mga guro, para makapag turo sila ng CSR, no, because that's in the business administration curriculum in our country, no, so para sa mga kabataan.
Wow, galing naman, Engineer Leia, no? One partner Jojo, nako.
Parang na-speechless ka, partner.
Oo, teka lang, nakatutok na lang
Diba?
ako kay Engineer Leia eh.
Actually, na-cover na ni Engineer Leia talaga yung ibig sabihin ng BCYF, ng personal social responsibility through the projects and the programs that we had over the years that we're building the advocacy through the events and programs that we had. So thank you, Engineer Leia, for sharing those. At nabanggit nyo nga po, no, itong mga naging involvement nyo sa BCYF. So tatanungin naman namin kayo, Miss Engineer Leia, no, ano yung kumbaga parang naging spark sa inyo para maging involved sa BCYF, na ito yung kasi yung personal advocacy nyo, that's why you wanted to really join the organization?
Yes, actually, ang interest ko was in social enterprise, and I got into it accidentally in 2008. Kasi the school I was with and am with, yung Thames International Business School, yung founder nag-attend ng conference on social enterprise in Beijing representing the Philippines. Tapos he met this lady researcher na nagsabi she was writing a book on social enterprise, a global comparison. So sinabi niya, why don't you include Southeast Asia? And she said yes, no? So he was able to convince her, and that's how we co-wrote a chapter on social enterprise in Southeast Asia in a book that was published called Social Enterprise, a Global Comparison. So ang nangyari, after that, I wrote some articles on social enterprise, and then that's when I got invited to the DZXL. Kasi ako personally convinced, I found it very inspiring yung mga social enterprises. And I find social entrepreneurs, kumbaga, a breed by themselves, no? I mean, a category by themselves kasi tinatawag nga silang change makers. These are people who do not just dream but actually work, no? To be able to make the dreams come true. And those dreams is to make the world a better place in some way in their part of the world, no?
Right.
Or in their corner of the world. So that's when I saw what BCF was doing during that meeting about the DSEA. And then, I got involved with, I felt very convinced with the advocacy. That's why it's been quite a number of years already, and I've been working. And mostly it's through social responsibility, no? Kasi nga yung 3 pillars, citizenship, sustainability, and social responsibility. Sa social responsibility, ako more nag-focus. So aside from being aligned with my research work and teaching, nakita ko na yung so much good, no, that PCYF was doing, and the efforts that it was trying to create sa ecosystem, sa mga social entrepreneurs, giving awards, recognizing, giving assistance, helping them grow. So I felt I want to be part of this, no? That's why I've been keeping on with the advocacy through the years. And then tulad nga ng tanong ni Jenny, why personal social responsibility? Kasi I felt kailangan natin itong isabuhay dahil ika nga, no, we have to walk the talk. We have to try to walk the talk. That's why in BCYF, a person can be doing, let's say, corporate social responsibility in a group or organization, but he should also make the effort on a personal level to try to live it. So it's not just thoughts or words, but also actions on a personal level.
Right.
Yun, di ba?
Yun.
Importante pala. Engineer Leia, ito po, no, yung tanong natin. Paano po din kayo po sa bahagi po ninyo? Paano natin mahihikayat po, ano, yung yung ating po mga nakikinig at nanonood kami lahat, halimbawa, yung mga interesado na maging bahagi po ng BCYF programs na ito, yung mga sabi po nating simpleng mga tao po na mga nakikinig.
Okay. Actually, yung mga tao, yung pagsasabuhay ng personal social responsibility can be done in simple ways, no? May mga tao na can do it in a grand scale because they have perhaps the resources and the time and the talent to do it. But for most people, ordinary people, some even do it without realizing it. No, so it can also be done in simple, small ways. So how is that? My take on this, my suggestions or recommendations is to take some initiative. Tulad sa pandemya.
Yan. Okay.
So for example, no, naririnig natin o nababasa natin sa social media, halos lahat ng tao nasa social media. May mga magsasaka, may mga farmers, no, who are delivering directly their produce, mga gulay, fresh produce, let's say to NCR, let's say if you live in Manila, then try to buy, try to buy from this, try to buy from them. Or kung sakali, kaya naman, to try to order online to keep alive the food businesses. Kasi yung mga food businesses, nag-effort sila, no? They're trying to make the effort na mag-pivot na online. Kasi kailangan na, no? This is so necessary na mag-pivot sa e-commerce because of the quarantines. So they're trying to survive, no? And I think this is a way na, in simple ways, if kung kaya, to try to keep ordering online, no? If we can, hindi naman kailangan araw-araw, but as much as possible, para makapagbigay rin ng kabuhayan sa ating mga kababayan. And then another is if you can give a tip to your delivery rider, kung kaya, to try also. Also to try to buy from small and local businesses more often. And mag-contribute rin sa community pantry. So kung may community pantry sa lugar nyo, maghanap, pwede rin mag-impok o mag-ipon, whether in cash or kind, para makatulong, no, sa community pantry.
Wow, nakaka-inspired naman. Anyway, Engineer Leia, meron po ba kayong nais iparating po na kung saan ba pwedeng mag-follow o malaman po ang inyong page or information? Go ahead po para sa ating mga nanonood or promote. Go ahead po, Engineer Leia.
Alright, thank you. What I will recommend is to try to follow this radio show, no, because it talks about BCYF's efforts. To try to follow the page of BCYF in Facebook. Because we post the various activities of BCYF, no, yung various awards, tulad ng yun nga, no, hindi ko na mention, pero in February is the Philippine Innovation Week, so yun yung mga innovations in various areas, no. And then this month in September is social responsibility. So every month, no, may mga activities ang BCYF and ways on how to get involved, no. And then if you hear of activities also through the schools, no, for those who are students, no, try to get involved, tulad ng CSR Youth Awards, no, try to join. Tapos kung minsan nag-organize ng mga talks on campus, by that time it will all be online, then please join, no, and keep an open mind about volunteering, no. So that is a way. If I will get personal, that's how I try to keep on with the advocacy with BCYF in various related areas as a volunteer advocate. So yung volunteerismo, that is a way of doing personal social responsibility, no. And another way, pagdagdag sa recommendations, no, let's try to pay fair wages, no. Hindi ako entrepreneur, but for those who help me in the home, I try to pay fair wages and to try to support some of their education expenses of their children. So that's a way also for those who are in the home or who have families, yung mga magulang, that's the way of also living citizenship and personal responsibility. So BCYF has everything for everyone. So I suggest, no, and I had recommended, and maybe Jojo can give you the exact links, no, but to be involved with, visit the page of BCYF and listen to RMN Radio and itong show na to, Kwentong Bayani, and the other, malalaman nyo ang mga proyekto, maraming proyekto ang BCYF, no? So, and we are very open and very interested in your participation, and that's it. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you po, Engineer Leia.
Thank you very much.
Thank you po. Ayan. Maraming salamat. Magandang umaga po. Ayan. Partner, tayo ay magbabalik at meron pa tayong isang panauhin. Thank you to Engineer Leia. Ayan, partner, magbabalik ang ating programang Kwentong
Bayani.
Ang 2021 BCYF CSR Youth Awards ng Benita at Catalino Young Foundation na nagbibigay pugay sa mga kabataan mula 18 hanggang 39 na taon na nakagawa ng mga proyekto tungkol sa citizenship, ang pagiging isang mabuting mamamayan, sustainability, ang pag-aalaga sa ating kapaligiran at social responsibility, ang responsibilidad natin sa sarili at sa komunidad. Ang maaring inominate dito ay isang estudyante o kaya'y isang profesional o entrepreneur. Patuloy pa rin po ang pagsumiti ng mga entry hanggang 6 ng Setyembre 2021 at ang awarding ceremony naman ay nakatalagang maganap sa 24 ng Setyembre 2021. Ang CSRYA ay handog ng Benita and Catalino Young Foundation o BCYF. Kaagapay ang Deloitte Philippines, sponsored ng Group Developers Inc., National CSR Educators Council, Rotary Clubs, Sunstar at ng RMN. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang www.facebook.com/CSR Youth Awards o ang www.facebook.com/BCYF Foundation at maaring magpadala ng email sa bcyf.csrya@gmail.com. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani.
Balik po tayo mga kasama, Kwentong Bayani. Ayan, partner Jojo, di na natin pakatatagalin pa. Narito na po ang ating pangalawang panauhin mga kasama sa inyong lahat at kabatiran po ninyo at kaalaman. Siya po ay isang magaling na motivational speaker and lay evangelist dito po sa ating bansa at maging sa ibang bansa. Siya po ay nagsimula ng kanyang speaking mission as early as 10 years po. Talaga naman. At siya ay favorite ng lahat ng mga audience of all ages na speaker. Favorite speaker po siya. Pag sinabi nga of all ages, kasama dyan yung mga leaders, businessmen, professionals, educators, government employees, military, law enforcers, firefighters, network students, and of course, the young people. Mga kasama, partner Jojo, ang kasama natin sa umagang ito, walang iba kundi si Brother Obet Cabrillas. Brother Obet,
good morning. Great to see you,
po.
Jenny and Jojo, the double J. Thank you so much.
Right.
It's such a blessing to be here. Maraming salamat.
Kamusta po kayo, Brother Obet?
Ako, ma-beauty naman kagaya nyo. At, ito medyo, kasi kagaya ni Engineer Leia, mga educators kami. So kapapasok pa lang ng bugso ng klase, at dahil kami mga learners, kami ay mga teachers, learners din kami. So, kakailanganin ko panalangin nyo. I just entered into my graduate studies. I'm taking up my PhD. As in today, PhD in education sa UP Diliman. So,
Thank you so much po, Brother Obet, for being here with us this morning. Nabanggit nga ni partner Jenny na favorite speaker kayo of all ages ng mga audience. Kaya excited kami to hear more of what you can share with us today. So, Brother Obet, can you share us po, how did you get involved with the programs of BCYF and with the organization?
Napakagandang tanong yan. Alam nyo, meron akong kaibigan, isang napakabuti, napaka-generous na philanthropo at in my perspective, misyonaryo siya. Itago na lang natin siya sa pangalang Antonio Yap. Tony Yap. Si Tony, narinig niya ako sa isang event. I don't know where. Kasi po ako ay isang misyonaryo. I'm actually a preacher and a missionary. Pero every so often I get to be invited in corporate events. So motivational by nature. Narinig niya ako at mula noon, gusto niya na akong isabak sa napakaraming adhikain ng BCYF. And I believe you can never remove the CSR, especially the personal, the social responsibility to spirituality. Ayan, nakikita niyo yung video na yan. Sinasabak ako ni Tony kung saan-saan. This man trusts me so much. At mula noon, kapag merong motivational event ang BCYF and also spiritual by nature, ayan, meron na, kumbaga ako ay always a support to the cause sa adhikain ng BCYF. So yun po, mula noon naging matindi na ang aming bond to the point na binigyan niya akong pagkakataon and opportunity na makapagturo rin sa St. Anthony College of Technology and also STM. So I'm now the director of this Introspect. Introspect would be in charge of personal development, so kasama sa adhikain ng BCYF, and also RFV, religion, faith, and values, focusing much on the spirituality.
Oh, yun
Jojo.
pala.
Yun ang complicated answer sa simpleng tanong niyo.
Ayan. Pero,
Jenny.
ayan. Brother Obet, ito, no, partner Jojo. Gusto ko itanong po, Brother Obet, paano po kayo napunta dyan sa, yung personal po ninyong adhikain, o yung advocacies po para sa ating mga kababayan at mga malaman po, no, ating mga nakatunghay ngayon sa atin, nag-aabang?
Ako, ang mga tanong nyo para talagang ginagalugad ang aking kaluluwa. Ako po ay, bago po ang lahat ng yan, napakaganda ng aking announcement, no, mag-aaral ng PhD. Bago ko mag-aral sa campus, ako muna yung isa sa mga public enemy number 1 ng Universidad ng Pilipinas. Bakit po? Once upon a time, ngayon na nasa Panginoon na ako, dati wala, totally wala. May mga ibang tao nagbabasa ng Bible. Ako po, hinihit-hit ko ang Bible. People are reading the Bible. I was smoking the Bible. How? Yung pong maliliit na pocket Bibles, nung panahon na atheist pa ako, sakto po yan na pambalot ng joint ng marijuana. So I was practically smoking the Bible. I only stopped in John chapter 3, verse 16.
Wow.
Tapos pinagtripan ko yung verse. Sabi ko, for God so loved the world. Palitan ko kaya ng obet. For God so loved obet that He gave His only begotten Son. And I was hooked. I was captivated. Sabi ko, mahal pa, may Diyos pala at mahal ako. Isa yun sa mga paraan para mapalapit ako. So ang kalaban ng lipunan dati, pasakit sa campus, ay naging kasama sa adhikain ng pagtulong. My personal mission statement is to bring out the best in people. Kaya kalakip nyo ako sa pagtitrain. I believe BCYF is coming up soon with free training for coaching and so on. Kailangan ngayon. In one of the studies that Brother Tony asked me to do, I found out at the peak of the pandemic, alam mo ang hinahanap ng mga tao, and I come across the research of the University of Phoenix, it's making sense. Diba, how can you make sense of this pandemic? Yung mga tao dating matitibay by their fortitude in life, ngayon may mental health problem.
Opo.
So I believe coaching and personal development is where we would come in. Kaya yun, kung anong extreme hatred ko dati sa mga ganito, I got hooked and entered into this mission. Kaya isa sa mga dean ng UP dati, habang nagtotok ako sa personal testimony, tumuturo siya. Sabi niya, ikaw pala yung mad bomber ng Palma Hall. Tapos sabi ko, sorry po sir, yun yung panahon na wala pa akong enlightenment. So yun, kaya ako nandito nakasama nyo sa NAP. This is a worthy cause in the midst of everything that is happening.
Okay. So, follow-up question ko lang po dun, Brother Obet. In general po, kasi pinag-uusapan natin kasi ngayong September, highlight month ng Philippine Social Responsibility Month, CYF. And we're talking about personal social responsibility. Kayo po, in your personal opinion, in general, paano po maisasabuhay ng mga taong individual ang personal social responsibility?
Okay. I come across this missionary and also a superb author by the name of Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Sabi niya, we always think that we are physical beings having a spiritual experience. When in truth, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. For me, pag walang basic spirituality sa core ng tao, walang saysay, hindi siya magiging. There's no such thing as citizenship. There's no such thing as sustainability nor social responsibility. If we come across the spirituality or the core of the person, you don't have to check on him. Kumbaga yung tao ay kusang magiging mabuting individual, mabuting Pilipino, mabuting mamamayan, at very productive na bahagi ng kahit na ng organisasyon kung saan niya napapabilang.
Right.
Wow, very well said. Brother Obet, ito tanong ko na lang, ano saan ito, yung programa naman sa BCYF po, pag-usapan natin. Saang programa po kayo naging involved para maibahagi yung advocacy ng CSR 3.0, yung citizenship, yung sustainability at social responsibility?
Okay. Jenny, yung question na yan, i-align ko sa una kong sinabi. I am a forever support sa mga events, sa mga retreats, sa mga recollection, sa mga motivational events ng BCYF. And also, nahatak ako bilang judge at bilang audience sa mga evaluation ng ating mga awards or mga bayani awards ng BCYF. And one of these days, yun, sa akin, kumbaga sa computer, beta pa lang lahat one of these days, the advocacy will train people where I could come in terms of spirituality, in terms of their personal development, and also tooling people and teachers and lahat tayo na involved dito sa BCYF. Probably one of these days, we will all be coaches because we need to create a culture of coaching. Siyempre, yun ang aking personal leanings. Pero naniniwala ako na oo Kasi meron tayo, although nag-adhere ako sa effectiveness ng mga psychologists, pero pag sinabi may kausap kong psychologist, naku, may ganun yan. Yung ganun, I think that would be to the extreme. But imagine if teachers are also coaches, if managers are also life coaches, if every person is trained for coaching, trained to listen, trained to see, to bridge the gap between what the person thought he cannot, but what actually he can. I'm a personal witness to this. I've seen people on the verge of giving up. Tapos, kasi sa coaching, you just ask a life-changing question, and then later on, they realize that the solution is also them. Ang analogy ko nga dyan, in terms of personal responsibility, the solution to our problem. Actually, the problem is, when you look at the mirror, the problem is there. Parang ako, tinitingnan ko, what's my problem? Ayan, kaharap ko yung reflection ko dito sa Zoom. Pero what's the solution to the problem? Pag tiningnan ko sarili ko in an enlightened way, I am also the solution to my own problem. Di ba? I come across this author by the name of Eckhart Tolle. Sabi ng tao, I'm not with myself today. I'm not feeling myself today. If you don't feel your own self, then what's your real self? Yan.
Yes.
I think, sorry, ang dami kong kino-quote na mga kaibigan ko. Biglang dumadating na lang.
Ang galing nga
I think it was
Brother Obet.
Confucius who said that we have two kinds of life.
Okay.
And the realization of the second is when we discover that we only have one. Alam mo yun? Every problem is a potential. When a Michelangelo would look at a block of marble, he doesn't see a block of marble. He sees an angel and he chips away and set the angel free. I believe responsibilidad nating lahat bilang mga Pilipino na ilabas yung likas na Pilipino, na bayani, na may sense of kapwa, na naturally hospitable, naturally masayahin, maligaya. Ang Pilipino lamang ang tanging bayan na tumatawa at nagtatawa at ngumingiti sa harap ng pagsubok. I am with you in the cause of bringing out the best in the Filipino.
Right.
Sabi nga ng kahawig kong artist, sabi nila, may anting-anting ako, pero di nila alam na Diyos ang dahilan ko. Pinoy ako, di ba?
Ganda ng boses ni Brother
Bambo pala yung
Parang
si Bambo pala yung twin.
Si Tony nagsabi. Si Tony nagsabi nun. So may agimat ang dugo ko, sabi nung kanta. Ang ganda-ganda na. The first time I heard that, I cried. May agimat ang dugo ng Pinoy. Nakakatuwa lang, the Filipino, inside the Philippines, sometimes we are branded to be lazy, irresponsible. I don't believe so.
Yes.
Bring the Filipino abroad. Labas yung galing niya. Labas yung galing. I should know because I'm the overseer of the missions of the Light of Jesus family, yung community ni Brother Bo. I'm the overseer to South Asia, covering Singapore, Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur, and Vietnam. Labas yung galing ng Pinoy pag nasasadlak siya sa pagsubok. And the Filipino will only act kapag personal na siyang naapektuhan. At yun, dun tayo papasok.
Galing.
Now that we're personally affected.
Ayun, ang galing-galing. Okay.
Nakakatuwa naman. Naku, napaka-taba ng ating discussion ngayong umaga, no? From Engineer Leia to Brother Obet. Napaka-inspiring ng ating discussion.
Idol ko yan si Engineer Leia. Tsaka kayo dalawa. I was just watching you, knowing you from a distance. Actually, I'm overwhelmed. Just being
Yes.
Oh.
Naku, thank you so much po. Thank you so much po, Brother Obet. Ito po, last question at para na din po ma-inspire yung mga nakikinig natin. Sa inyo pong palagay, Brother Obet, paano po natin may encourage yung mga tao na regular people to become a volunteer and practice social responsibility?
Napakagandang tanong yan. Nais ko magsalita sa wikang Pilipino, bagamat ang aking papahayag ay mga pagsasaliksik tungkol sa takot. Nung pong panahon ng, Taglish talaga, 1980s, ang number one fear daw ay the fear of getting sick. And then 1990s, the fear of speaking, would you believe? Speaking. Takot ang tao sa public speaking. And then later on, the fear about unexplained things. Alam nyo, all throughout, merong isang libro, ang title niya, Repacking Your Bags. It's actually the number one fear now, dying without contributing something to people and to mankind. Mamatay nang wala man lang kabuluhan. And doon tayo papasok. Mga Pilipino, tayong lahat, and BCYF is one in this cause of social responsibility and citizenship and sustainability. Kailangan pukawin ang kadakilaan ng isang Pilipino. Kumbaga, yung ang ganda ng ating pambansang awit, alab ng puso sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Aandap-andap ang Pinoy Sa gitna ng krisis, sa gitna ng pagsubok, dapat pukawin ang kanyang kakayanang makatulong. Pwede ito magsimula. Yeah, we were able to cross from Earth to Moon and back. But the first thing to do is just cross the street. Yes, may pandemic. Pero mag-abot ka man lang ng ang bagong lutong pagkain sa kabilang bahay.
Yes.
For sanity's sake, talk to them. Nagsisimula ang pagiging tunay na Pilipino sa loob mo ng iyong bakuran at pagtawid sa kapwa, sa kapitbahay.
Wow.
Doon tayo magsimula.
Galing.
Wow! Grabe. Nakakaiyak naman yun.
Hanggang
Ito,
puso.
nag-take note po ako, no? I took note of yung, babasahin ko yung repacking your bag na.
Repacking your bags.
Yeah, sige po. Thank you for that recommendation at napaka-inspiring ng umaga. Ito na partner Jenny.
Oo nga, talagang
nga.
parang lumilipad yata ako sa dami ng mga natutunan ko. Magaganda, Brother Obet. Ayan.
Kasi ang tawag nila daw dito ay halo effect. Pag
Yes.
magaling yung mga nag-interview, there's rapport.
Totoo.
The person being interviewed is perceived to be good. Pero in actuality, yung mga nagtatanong daw, yun ang magagaling.
Ay, hindi Anyway, okay, pang wakas na lang din po, Brother Obet, may gusto po kayong i-promote or parting words again para sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood. Go ahead po, Brother Obet.
Ang gusto kong i-promote, wala siya sa merkado, pero you could personally message me. I am an advocate to bring out the best in people, and I wrote this book. It's called Balance is Power.
Wow.
Ang balance, di ba, sabi ni Brother Bo Sanchez, when your outer life travels faster than your inner life, there is imbalance. Maraming tao ngayon imbalance. I'm promoting this not because I want to earn. I and my wife are volunteers in Bo Sanchez home for the elderly. It's called Anawim. And I partnered this book with my first book, Spell Out Your Love. And ayan, nalapit natin.
Galing.
So, Tapos, they could contact me, PM me. It's the same name that I have in Facebook. Ito makakatulong sa personal development and your sanity also dito sa pandemic na ito. I'm advocating, if Stephen Covey has 4 faculties in your life, I have 6. Namely, IQ, EQ, PQ, SQ, WQ, and AQ. IQ is intellectual quotient. EQ is emotional quotient. PQ is physical quotient. Galaw-galaw lang. Exercise naman dyan. SQ is spiritual quotient at the core of your being. Pero kailangan din ng WQ. Wealth quotient. Magtipid, mag-ipon, tumulong sa kapwa, be generous. And ito yung pinakakailangan. And I'm a coach and advocate of this. AQ, adversity quotient. The capacity of a person to stand up from every fall. All of us would fall. All of us would be knocked down. But it's not the number of times we fall, but the number of times we stand up and give life a good fight.
Wow.
Yun lang.
Very well said. Thank you, thank you.
Napakadaming cues ng ating dapat matalaman. At dahil po dyan, we want to thank you.
Thank you, Brother
We
Obed.
want to
May
thank
cue
you.
din.
Yes, make you din for being with us po. At yun, kung kayo po ay nais niyo pong makausap or makasama sa pag-volunteer si Brother Obet at si Engineer Leia, pwede po, open na open po ang BCYF for volunteers sa different programs. Pwede niyo pong i-check yan sa bcyfoundation.org, yung official website po. And then yung Facebook page din po na BCY Foundation or Benita and Catalina Foundation. Once again, thank you po, Brother
Thank you,
Obet.
Brother Obet.
Maraming salamat po.
And for the double J, Jenny and Jojo, know that you are now in my priority list and my prayers. God bless
so
you.
much
God bless
po.
po.
God bless
Thank you. Ayan. And with that, partner, nako medyo ilang minuto na lamang at napakaganda ng ating usapan. Pero partner, sa Monday, no, September 6, yan, malaman natin yung submission ng deadline for the CSRYA program.
Yes, opo. So, nabanggit na nga po natin kanina yung CSR Youth Awards. Ongoing po yung submission, but the deadline is on September 6, Monday na po, no? So, para sa ating mga kabataan na gustong mag-apply or may gustong i-nominate, pwede nyo na po i-submit ang inyong entries sa bcYF.csrya@gmail.com. At pwede din po kayo mag-check sa official Facebook page dahil nandiyan po yung lahat ng details na kailangan yung malaman for the CSR Youth Awards.
And what about our hometown search for hometown heroes?
Yes.
Tuloy-tuloy din.
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yung paghanap natin ng mga nominees, no, for the National Search for Hometown Heroes. So sa October 15 naman po ang deadline yan. Pwede po kayong mag-email ng inyong entries or kung may gusto po kayong i-nominate, pwede po kayong mag-submit ng entries sa bcyfs4hh@gmail.com.
Yan, ako. Partner, next week, next Saturday for the whole month of September, ano pa yung mga aabangan natin sa ating mga
Yes.
laging nakatutok pag Sabado?
Naku, kung na-excite kayo at marami kayong natutunan at na-inspire kayo ngayong araw na ito, ang ating pong mga guests for the succeeding weeks for this month, it's all about talking about personal social responsibility, citizenship, sustainability. So talaga pong kaabang-abang ang ating mga guests dahil ito pong mga to ay maraming ma-share sa atin to inspire us.
Alam mo, partner, wala akong masabi sa mga guests talaga natin ngayon. Sabi ko, parang lumulutang ako sa gaganda, gagaling. Talagang very fruitful itong ating Saturday. Maraming salamat. Ayan, partner. At hanggang sa susunod tayo na Sabado. Go ahead.
Yes po, abangan niyo po ulit kami next Saturday at sa mga succeeding weeks po. We're going to talk about more of the programs of BCYF at marami pa pong everyday heroes kaming i-guest dito para po ma-inspire tayong lahat.
Maraming salamat, partner Jojo. Until next
Thank
Saturday.
you so much po, partner Jenny.
Maraming salamat. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Dito lamang, partner, sa programang Kwentong Bayani.
Kasama mo sa saya, kasama mo sa papre.